Welcome to the DRS zone, where we put the pedal down on the biggest, most pressurized stories in Formula One.
And right now, there is nothing, and I mean nothing, hotter than the fire burning inside Ferrari.
It's more like a total collapse.
You could say that. The recent results, I mean, they just tell the whole story.
It's 0 points in the last race weekend. That dropped them to 4th in the Constructors.
A stunning fourth. And, you know, our sources really put this into perspective.
How so?
Being outside the top three, it's only happened 15 times in their entire history.
And those years were...
Every single one of them was documented as, and I'm quoting here, terrible.
So this isn't a slump. This is historical rock bottom.
It is. And our mission today is to cut through all that noise, use the sources you've sent us, and figure out what is really going on inside Maranello.
And the spark for this whole public firestorm came right from the top?
Oh, yeah. Ferrari chairman John ELKANN.
He came out and explicitly said that his star drivers, both Lewis Hamilton and Charles Leclerc, must concentrate on driving and talk less.
Oof. That is some serious corporate code.
It's basically stop causing trouble.
Absolutely. He is throwing down a gauntlet. And if we unpack that statement, the source material points to two very different targets.
Okay, let's start with Leclerc. When ELKANN says talk less, who is he aiming at?
It's almost certainly aimed at Leclerc's management team.
Nicolas Tot.
Exactly. There's been this constant noise, in the media suggesting that if Ferrari can't deliver a championship car,
They'll look for an exit.
they will explore breaking the contract.
Yeah.
And that is a huge threat to the team's future stability. ELKANN wants that silenced now.
Okay, but the comment was for both drivers. So that brings us to the 7-time champ, Hamilton. He's usually so measured in public. Where is he talking too much?
Internally, that's the key difference.
Right.
While he's quiet publicly, our sources are pretty clear he's been submitting these highly critical reports.
Trying to change things from the inside.
He's trying to change how the team manages races, how they organize weekends. So you've got ELKANN trying to manage both ends of a fire.
The heir who's threatening to leave.
And the veteran champion trying to stage a corporate takeover from inside the cockpit.
And what's so fascinating is the money behind all this. The media coverage is just brutal.
Oh, it's relentless. One outlet called them the most expensive pairing in history.
Who are critically not winning much.
It's a complete disaster on two fronts. You have the sporting failure, their fourth, and the financial one.
They spent a colossal amount of money.
A true pastizel, as the original reports described it. An insane amount. The whole idea was to guarantee wins, and the return is, well, it's just not there.
And nothing shows that better than the what I'm calling the ultimate insult.
The Max Verstappen stat.
Right, you shouldn't even call them Red Bull Racing this year.
You should call them the Max Verstappen team.
Because he secured, what was it?
94%. 94% of Red Bull's total points this season.
It's just, I can't even process that.
Well, think about it this way. One driver, Max, has scored more points than Lewis Hamilton and Charles Leclerc combined.
That number isn't just about how good Max is.
No. It is a clinical verdict on the failure of Ferrari's entire operation. The factory, the strategy, all of it.
Okay, so that stat really puts the blame squarely on Maranello.
It has to.
But help us connect the dots here. If the car is the problem, why can't two of the best drivers in the world overcome at least some of it?
Because the problem isn't just that the car is slow. It's deeper than that.
It's about consistency.
It's about correlation. We're in the ground effect era, and Ferrari has consistently failed to make their wind tunnel simulations match what actually happens on the track.
So they're designing a car that looks fast on paper.
But when it gets out there, its behavior is totally unpredictable. It's a foundational flaw in their process.
Which you can't just fix with a good driver.
No. And that's why telling them to talk less just rings so hollow. You can't ask a driver to be quiet when the machine underneath them is fundamentally unreliable.
So let's talk about the drivers, because this failure impacts them in really different ways. For Charles Leclerc, the feeling seems to be that he's done a pretty good job.
Yeah, the consensus is he's salvaged the season with dignity.
He's gotten podiums.
He's dragged that car to some impressive finishes, for sure.
Yeah.
It shows his speed is still there. The analysis around him is almost unanimous.
Give him a fast car.
And he wins races regularly. The fact he'll likely end this year without a victory is purely a reflection of the machine, not the man.
Okay, now we get to the Hamilton conundrum. It's a lot more complicated.
It really is.
We're 21 races in, and the sources say his performance is the same as Australia. Basically, no progress.
And this season is being called, genuinely, the hardest season of his history. This is where the car failure and the driver's struggle just collide.
So it raises all this difficult question.
Has he lost the magic?
Yeah.
The hunger? Is it that this new generation of cars just doesn't suit his driving style?
If you're watching this on YouTube, welcome to DRS Zone. And hey, don't forget to subscribe for more in-depth F1 content.
Now, back to the drama. Because the public despair we've seen from Hamilton, it's been shocking.
Truly shocking. You have to remember his own words after one race.
He called himself useless. He used a word, inservable, that basically means he should be fired.
For a 7-time world champion to say that about himself, I mean, that tells you how deep this crisis is for him psychologically.
It's immense. And then there's a quote that just sums it all up.
His experience with the team.
He said, "The dream has turned into a nightmare."
It's not just about losing, it's an existential crisis playing out in public.
The dream turned sour. And that leads us straight into the future.
The 2026 contract volcano. So let's bring ELKANN back in. He was the one who championed the Hamilton signing.
He called it a perfect marketing maneuver.
But now the results are so bad, he's the one who has to answer to the Tifosi. His credibility is on the line.
And that has immediate knock-on effects for 2026. The speculation is just running wild.
That if things don't improve,
Hamilton could be gone. And it might be Ferrari who initiates it. Because right now, based on pure results, there are no arguments for renewal.
So they're just hoping the 2026 regulation change saves them.
They're hoping the new car lets him revive. It's a huge gamble.
And the stakes are even higher because the entire 2026 driver market hinges on one person.
Max Verstappen.
The ultimate kingmaker.
He holds all the cards, and he knows Ferrari's history. He's not going to rush into a decision.
He doesn't want to be the next great champion who goes there and wins nothing.
Exactly. He's not going to be another champion who goes through Ferrari without winning titles.
Yeah.
So he'll wait. He'll see that 2026 car. And if it's not a winner from day one,
he's gone. He'll have every other top team lining up.
And that external pressure is being matched by the squeeze from inside from LECLERC'S camp.
He's got a contract until 2028, but his manager isn't just sitting around.
No way. Todt is already moving pieces, putting huge pressure on Ferrari to deliver a title-winning car.
The threat is implicit.
It's very clear. Leclerc sees guys like Piastri or Norris, who might win a championship before he does.
And he won't let his career get wasted by a failing factory.
That 2028 contract means nothing if the car is still in fourth place.
So when you put it all together, this whole crisis has basically created an impossible situation for the team back in Maranello.
They are, and I think this is the best way to put it, condemned to make a fast car for 2026.
There is no other option.
None. Every top driver, Verstappen, Russell, Sainz, and especially Leclerc, they're all watching. Their ability to get any top talent depends entirely on that one car.
The takeaways here are just so sharp. First, you have ELKANN's management pressure cooker.
Then you have the factory's undeniable failure to build a car that actually works.
And finally, you have the intense, painful spotlight on Lewis Hamilton's crisis of confidence.
And the really big question for the future isn't even about the drivers they have now. It's about the ones they hope to get.
Right.
They've completely alienated their current star pairing, but they are desperately depending on building a perfect car to attract the next one. After all this failure, can they actually pull it off?
That is the real challenge, isn't it?
It's the challenge that will define Ferrari for the next decade.
It's the whole ballgame. And that brings us to our final question for you to think about. If you were a team principal today with a blank check for 2026, Verstappen, Russell, Leclerc, or Sainz, who is the first phone call you make?
Good question.
That's it for this deep dive into the Ferrari crisis. Make sure you subscribe and follow the DRS Zone for all the in-depth analysis and behind-the-scenes insights from the world of F1. We'll see you next time.